Okay, I'm sorry. I really am sorry for what I'm about to say. But this game, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Accelerator 2009 World Championship Edition, is horrible! And, okay, maybe it's... okay, a few problems I have with this freaking game. Okay, first of all, I don't know if this is just me or not, but apparently, whenever you play someone in a duel, they always have better cards than you do. Like, even if you go to the store and buy cards yourself, you can never make, you can never construct a decent deck. Ugh, okay, let's start out with some basic things here. Okay, this is a game based off of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Now, that's all fine and good. And here's the thing. I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not here to say that I'm not like I've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Games in the past before, so I'm not saying that the franchise of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game is horrible. But usually how these things work is that you get a starter deck with some decent cards, and then over time you fight opponents, and then you unlock more booster packs, and then you can make like different structure decks. But this game, you fight more people in this. Okay, look, this game consists of two modes: World Championship mode and Story mode. The story mode is where you'll make most of your money that you use to buy stuff, like cards or parts for your D wheel. Oh, and just wait until I get to that. Okay, so normally you unlock packs and you can make a decent deck. Like, take a good Yu-Gi-Oh game like Yu-Gi-Oh! The Spirit Color, for example. I wanted to make an Elemental Hero deck. So, after a few rounds in the campaign mode, they unlock an Elemental Hero pack. So I made a deck about them. That's great. So all the other characters in the game use like structure decks. They have like a zombie deck, and one of them has like a machine deck. But what I really fucking hate is people in the game that use stall tactic decks. The card, the Messenger of Peace, should be outlawed. That card is the most useless pile of crap ever. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically this magic card. You play it, and as long as it's on the field, monsters with 1,500 attack points or more can attack, and you lose 100 life points during every standby phase. It's if your opponent plays that card, depending on the deck you have, you might as well just reset your game. It's fucking bullshit. Okay. Oh, now here's my favorite part. This game, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D Stardust Accelerator World Championship mode. The story mode is you'd expect there to be a game where you have turbo duels, because you see I saw the turbo duels in the tutorial mode. So not only it was really disappointing to me that you only get the turbo duel way into the story mode, when you have to go through hours of petty searching and rescuing people. And oh, my favorite part is the part where you have to sneak into the security. Those fucking guards, they have like X-ray vision. You have to sneak past these guards to get your D wheel back and your cards. And oh my god, you have to sneak past them, and it's fucking bullshit. There's this one part where you have to where you turn on a computer and you only have a minute and a half to go through this door that's locked. Ugh. So you're probably okay. So in most Yu-Gi-Oh games, they have a password system, and here, let me tell you, they really fucked this one up too. Here's how it works. On the bottom of, if you collect the Yu-Gi-Oh cards like in real life, there's a code on the bottom left. And that's all fine, and you enter the code, and usually in Yu-Gi-Oh games, you enter the code into the game, and then you get the card. Oh, but they fucked this up too, because here's the thing. You can try till the cows come home to enter a card code, but unless you have that card in the game, or it's in a pack and you have 80% or more of the cards in that, unless you have 80% or more of the cards in that pack, it does fucking nothing, because it says, oh, you haven't acquired that card yet. So let me ask you this. If you have to own the card to use the password system, what's the point? There's no goddamn point. Ugh. Another thing that pissed me off is you spend all this money on D-wheel parts, like I did, because I didn't know, and you barely use it in the fucking game. Okay, so there's like 3 instances I remember where you have to use your D-wheel, but other than that, no. And here's the thing, you don't get the instances where you do get to use your D-wheel and you think you're gonna like turbo duel, or whatever, riding duel, whatever you want to call it, you never get the riding duel. All you do is either A, run out the clock, like try to beat the clock, like don't let the time run out for the obstacle course, or B, you have to not be caught by like a friggin' officer on another D wheel. It's fucking ridiculous. You think with a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Stardust Accelerator that with a game that's based off of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which involves a lot of like riding duels, that you would freaking get to have more. But no, you have to go through the bullshit security part, the bullshit the bullshit rescuing people parts. It's fucking horrible. And I'm sorry. I don't know if this is just me and the fact that I can't unlock better booster packs, but it seems to me that every other player, even the non-main characters, have fucking better cards than you do. It's insane. Okay, that's all I really wanted to say. The bottom line is, I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I like them. They're great. But this game is really fucked up. I mean, I'm sure once I beat the game and the story mode, I'll unlock better cards. But right now, this is really pissing me off. So, bottom line, stay away from this game. Go get Yu-Gi-Oh! The Spirit Caller. That game may have not so great graphics, but at least the card gameplay is better, and you get better cards. Oh, God. It's fucking horrible. Okay, there are some good things about this game. Number one, it's a pretty fan-based loyal game. What I mean by that is, if you've never played a Yu-Gi-Oh game before and you pick this up, you're doomed right from the start. The only way I've been able to advance in this game at all is because I had some experience playing some of the older Yu-Gi-Oh games. I will admit the 3D graphics, like when you summon monsters like the Blue Eyes White Dragon and Alligator Sword and the Red Eyes Zombie Dragon, I have to admit they're pretty good eye candy. I mean, not the greatest thing, but pretty good for a Yu-Gi-Oh game where you don't really expect anything other than card battles. The sprite animations for all the characters like Aki and Yusei are pretty good. It also follows the beginning of the show pretty well, except for, well, there are some minor things I could nitpick at. Let's see. I like the introduction of tag duels, like the where you have 2-on-2, where you have two people control one side of the screen. Although sometimes I have to admit, your computer, like your computer like ally, like your second player, can sometimes do really stupid things, like sacrifice your really high, powerful level monster for a weaker one. Yeah, sometimes they'll do stupid crap like that. But other than that, pretty fun game. It's challenging. I'll give it that. I mean, it's not an easy game at all. And what I'm kind of mad at is you start the game out with 3 synchro monsters, but like haven't found a booster pack or a way to get more synchro monsters yet. And then some of the other players in the game will have like 15 synchro monsters, and it's like, what the hell's up with that? But some more good things about this game. Uh, I don't know. I mean, the characters are done pretty well. The World Championship mode is nice. It's all laid out pretty well. There's tutorials and there's challenge missions, like where you try to beat the computer. It's a decent game. In all its aspects, it's nice, and it comes with 3 Infinity cards: the Infinity Dwarf, the Infinity Demon, and then the Infinity Wall thing, which are nice cards in real life. But again, thanks to the password system, you can't use them in the game, which is ridiculous. I like the idea of customizing your own D-wheel. That's nice. Although I will admit, some of the parts are too expensive. Like when you go to the shop to customize your D-wheel, too expensive. Okay, I mean, overall, it's not as horrible a game as I said earlier, but it's still pretty bad.